wanted to go to the co-ed university. My uncle, I told you my uncle, who was the prime minister, he was an educator. He said to our clan, no Hyun's girls gonna go to co-ed college. I don't like those girls. They hit the boys and they talk about it. Sometimes they kick the boys. None of the Korean girls should do that. You have to go to no choice, Ifa University. So I went to Ifa. Actually, I wanted to go to home ec to design. Because my mom was a seamstress. I mean, not for the public seamstress, for the family. I was too. And I was sewing like my mom. Anyway, I liked it, so I wanted to go to fashion designing. So I wanted to go to the home ec department. All my friends and family said, smart girl like you don't go to home ec. So where do I go? The pharmacy department, the most popular. Why? Wartime, all the young men drafted to the army. The ladies have to support the family. So pharmacy was the best one. You can raise a family home and then have a still business. So I applied to pharmacy and then home ec, both of my made. Everybody said you should stay in a pharmacy. That's not my first choice. I went to pharmacy. And then when I was graduating, I said, can I go to the graduate school? I'm old enough. Still, no. If you go to graduate school, it's hard to get married. How many Korean men get the graduate degree? No Korean men want a higher degree wife. So you cannot go. All right, then I want to go to the United States. So by yourself, you cannot go. You get at least engaged to go to the United States, then you can go. So I told, so eligible, I just graduated. I wasn't the senior, but the matchmakers come around. Because the eligible girl is there, all the matchmakers coming. I said, no. So, you want to marry a prince only? I said, no. I want to marry who educated in overseas. To bring. That time, 50s, 1960s, no man had studied in the abroad and came back. So I was going to go. I got the Ohio Wesleyan admission. I got it. And then he mentioned about the minister Kang Won-young, Korean young student Christian movement leader. I was going that group too all the time. And I saw him once. And then when he came, he said, don't go home, but come stop by my house. I stopped at his house. He said, why don't you want to go to the United States? I said, I am going. Where? Oh, obviously. Go to the University of Cincinnati. I said, why university? Do you remember Dju Hyun Park? Yeah, I remember the last day of camp. He had the glasses. He was going to the United States, Canada, and they gave him a bouquet. So I saw him, but I don't know him. He is in University of Cincinnati. He finished the thesis. He has a good job. He's the richest guy in Cincinnati as a Korean student. But he doesn't have a girlfriend, so why don't you go meet him? So I talked to this story to my family. They say, it's good. Bring that Park Gun's family history. I gave it to my grandpa. He said, give me 1 week. I give you permission or not. And then 1 week later, he said, you can marry him if you like him. That's what he said. So I decided to go to University of Cincinnati. And then Reverend Kang must send him a letter. And then I got one letter from United States. It's addressed to his. He said, Miss Hyun, I heard you are coming to the United States. Can I be your help? I said, no. And then said, because if I get his help, when I go to the United States, he may act like he's my owner, you see? So I came to March 6th, Cincinnati, finally. The next day, he picked me up in my sorority house, So I went there. The first weekend, he gave me a call. Miss Hyun, I told you the story. Miss Hyun, I will buy you a $5 steak. Would you meet me? So I said, okay. So he came to my sorority house. I was talking with the friends. My English was not good enough, so I gestures like that. And then he saw me talking to the girls. When we left that dorm, he said, with that English, how are you going to get the lecture? That's what he said. I thought, should I say goodbye to him? What should I do? I just took a moment, I really took a moment. Is that the right guy or not? Then I thought, why don't I give him a chance? Maybe he's too frank, not a politician speaker. So I went to steakhouse. I didn't like it. Anyway, so it went on and on. It was March. They think if I get to Cincinnati, we would announce engagement party right away. They expect. My family never expected that, but his family thought that, because his family said they have 4 sons. Everybody dated and then met. They never choose daughter-in-law. So Yoon-soo is the one good son. He's going to listen to. We have to choose his wife. That's what their intention was. And then Minister Kang told the story, and they want to see me. So okay, if you want to see me, see me. So they saw me both of them. They liked me. So they gave him a permission to marry me. I went there, March to October. No letter we are engaging it. They were upset. But I'm not ready. I haven't found him out what kind of person he is. So end of October, yes, we were gonna engage. When I went to Ifa University, first day, Dr. Helen Kim was the president. The new student put in the auditorium, survey sheet was passed out. Why did you come to the Ifa University? Writing. So I got it. It took me just 1 second. I knew. 현모 양처. 4 syllables. I put down and then turn it over. Sat there. Everywhere was everybody was right there. And the next, who sat next to me, my friend, aren't you gonna write? I finished. No, you are lying. Yes, I am. I want to see. So I turned it over. She said, shamed of you. 현모 양처 is a good mother. 현모, smart mother, good wife. 현모 is a smart mother. 양처 is a good wife. 4 letters. It's a Chinese character. 4 letters I wrote. So after I will talk to you, said, why did you come to university so expensive and you want to cook a rice better? University not a teacher. I said, that's what I want. That's really what I wanted. In order to succeed him, I have to be nice to wife. In order to have a good life, I have to be smart. That was only my goal. I was not attracted in academically success. So I went to University of Cincinnati. I was studying, and I got pregnant. I said, I'm gonna quit. He said, no, you cannot do that. I wanna raise my family. Our generation, you don't do this. I said, listen, one of our child got failed in our life, in their life. I'm gonna regret. What's gonna compensate my agony? I wanna raise my family. I just stuck to it. And then he said to me, I'm going to put you in dormitory. I will raise my child, and then if you don't see them, you can come on the weekends, or I'll bring the child to your dormitory. So I cried, sobbing, cried. You shouldn't make me pregnant. I had to go back to Korea myself. My baby in stomach. I determined. So he gave up. So Ginny came along. Quite not 2 years, but a few days short, 2 years. Mimi came along. A year younger, Lisa came along. My husband thinks if you don't go to graduate school, you are a failure. So always say, you 3 failures, no PhD. Anyway, we got 3 son-in-laws. When they got married, no one had a graduate school degree. We are flunkies too. They all said that. But they all are doing very well. I shouldn't expect any more than what they are doing. When they were in high school, friends visit our house often. They put the makeups on. Prettier. So he said, Jenny, come here. What? Put some makeup on. Daddy, I don't care how I look. I care what I have in my brain and my heart. That's what she said. I loved that. You may not remember, but I do that. I remember. I'm sorry. Daddy, did I do stupid things?